So this was one of the first things we shot for this game.
Yep.
There's so many characters here. We had to shoot this in multiple batches and then stitch it all together.
I did several days just dancing.
Yes.
Yeah, remember we brought a dance choreographer that spent some time with you, Shannon.
Yeah.
This was the demo, and so we had to. This was tricky because we're introducing to the world a lot of new characters with a lot of interesting dynamics, and trying to do that
Tell me about
through exposition, but as thin an exposition as possible because, dear God, nobody likes exposition. It was hard.
What happened?
This scene has jumped around all over as we're playing with the structure. It used to be in the very beginning, and then we felt we just had too many cutscenes in the beginning. We needed to get to the action a little bit faster, and then we moved it to the end. We changed the writing for the beginning.
She's putting on quite the show.
But there's something kind of nice,
I give you guys 2 weeks.
and I guess there's a tragedy to it of coming here at the end as a memory
She
of just seeing
say something?
Jesse's alive and Ellie and Dina are okay and no one's and there's Joel.
Hey, what took you so long?
Oh, I'm here.
And this like really innocent first kiss.
Hey, don't forget we're heading out early, so get some rest.
Yes, sir.
You're such a dick. Come on.
This was the first scene we shot. This was the first scene we shot after
I have a very
you hired me.
serious question
Yeah.
for you. How bad do I smell? Like
I look at this and I'm just overwhelmed with all the details of the shirt, of sweat stains, of little hairs on the neck, little dimples on the smile, and just this is hundreds of people of work
Yep.
for months to get this little moment. Sweat and trying to capture it.
The hair that I put behind her ear is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
staring at you.
And that has to switch from being physics hair to being hand animated hair
It's
as soon as
crazy.
you make contact with it.
Whoa.
Staring at you. Or not.
And even just the kissing, like, I mean, it's just, it looks so realistic.
Yeah, and
it
it's actually a
does.
combination of several performances all stitched together right here. And then the lighting has to change from shot to shot. It's interesting highlighting the bracelet that's back on Dina's hand. It's a nice, yeah, it's a
just
nice
love it.
reflective moment of like how innocent things were for all these characters.
Yeah.
I love just the little surprise on Ellie's face, the little like moment of shock before melting into it.
And then we're about to get into Seth. And again, Shannon, your rage is so real here.
Hey, this is a family event.
Fuck are you looking at?
This whole interaction was based on one time I was at Blockbuster and I'm just talking to my friend, I'm throwing curse words around, and the dad in front of me had his 2 kids, and he's like, "Do you mind? There's kids around." And that always stuck with me. I felt such shame having like used curse words in front of these kids.
Did you just say?
Ellie, Ellie, don't.
Get the hell out of here. Get your hands off me.
Hey! Enough. Come on, you. Let's go for a walk.
What about them?
You worry about yourself.
I feel so bad for Joel here.
Ugh, me too.
What is wrong with you?
She doesn't want to be under his shadow anymore.
No.
But he can't help himself.
He's just trying to. He's trying
someone
to
is
dad.
someone is hurting her and he's going to stand up for her.
Oh, Papa Bear. Yeah, you know you were an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saddest scene.
Yeah, with the first game, right, we're talking about how do you take this obsession of love, of a parent's love for a child, to the end of the line, and then this has the reverse of it, of like how do you take hate to the end of the line, which is also like another expression of love. And the engineering of it was that here she has this family that loves her, and it's not good enough. because she's letting down Joel in her mind.
I love the different energies that you both bring to this scene where Dina is giving it her everything in this fight, and Ellie just has to shut down.
This scene, my God. I was so hard to leave you because you were so upset and so broken and so sad. And I was like, I should, my mom must stay. I'm sorry.
I would argue this is maybe Ellie's darkest moment, even though I know where we're going, because this is the choice where she forsakes.
This is where she makes the choice.
Yeah. And I think she knows there's a very good chance she's going to die on this journey.
I guess the thing that we don't talk about is like, I think she's suicidal.
Yeah, I
think
agree.
there's the guilt of what
The
should have
pain is
happened
too
at the
loud.
hospital.
That's why she
Yeah.
leaves in the middle of the night. She's not saying goodbye because it's clearly suicide.
Yeah. When the pain gets too loud, she's not there anymore. She's incredibly vulnerable, but she's completely disassociated, and there is this absolute rejection of everything that is right.
I'm just supposed to sit here and wait for
At that point, like, you know you're not talking to the person that you're in the relationship with. You're talking to the grief. And so it's like the convincing comes into like, are you even in there anymore? Like, can I just find you for 1 second? And she's just fully gone.
Both characters have very clear goals, and then there's an obstacle, and then they keep ratcheting out. Like Dina just ups the ante over and over and over until the last bit is ultimatum.
Even the grabbing of the face.
And then
like
she pulls
it's-
her hands down. And that's it, she knows. Philosophically, with this game, what we wanted to do was allow our characters to make immoral choices that the audience would not be on board with. Up until now, like, we shed some of the audience of, like, the Nora torture. Some people have issues with that, or certain other kind of violent moments. But here we lose almost everybody. And it is by design in that way of, like, you're now, like, playing this thing that you are not on board with at all. You have to keep going. And in a way that does align you with Ellie. These shots are so gorgeous. There's a nice misdirect coming up here. We purposely gave Lev chucks. So you're thinking for a second that, oh, okay, this is where I pick up Ellie's journey. And again, now you've been a while away from Abby and Lev. And now Lev has fully shed his Seraphite exterior. Has hair.
I love to see their growth, their relationship in this moment.
Okay, Constance.
In letting go of hate, Abby has taken on Owen's optimism, Owen's hope.
Straight a week ago.
This thing that was just this flame that was almost completely extinguished within her. Somehow in all that tragedy and all that horror, she was able to find it again.
Fireflies over here.
Her face seems brighter, it seems lighter than it has been the entire game,
Come on.
even in the flashbacks.
$24.10. It's not gonna be on that side. It's all evens.
2409. So 2425 should be that way.
Yeah. All right, we're good.
Maybe.
Let's see. Good enough. searching. Nada. Is it really nothing? It can't be. Lev, I think we're done here.
No, wait.
You find something?
Scratches.
Scooch. Hello?
Been a while since anyone's been here.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with you. Guess they've got solar.
Oh.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is
so small, but I love
What?
the hope. Again, it's just like she has a bit of hope here, and then it's cranked up to 10 when she hears the fireflies on the other side of this radio.
Can anyone hear me?
And isn't the firefly on the other side of this radio another Vox Machina hero?
Is it really?
Yeah,
Who is it?
Liam O'Brien.
Is it?
Yeah,
He was my fellow nurse, wasn't he? In the
he
the scene?
was.
Yeah, we
your
were the
fellow
two nurses.
nurse in Last of Us 1.
Is this frequency currently in use? This is Abby from Santa Barbara. Is anyone out there?
There's a nice reaction here that Lev has to Abby's again singular obsession of now finding the fireflies, and he's ready to give up.
Can anyone hear me? Hello?
And she keeps going in desperation.
I love artistically how the character models for Lev and Yara were kind of a blend of both of the actors' faces, because now I'm like looking at baby Lev, but I feel like you can see some spirit of Yara still.
Is this frequency currently in use? Hello, this is Abby from Santa Barbara. Can anyone hear me? If anyone can hear me, please reply. Please answer.
Don't give up.
Like that, this was perfectly shot. Like we're pulling away from her. That this is how the scene's going to end.
24, 25 Constance. We got a tip
I
about
don't
a
know
base.
why
but there's no
I get weirdly emotional in this scene.
for fireflies. I'm a firefly.
Maybe just seeing how happy she is.
Where were you stationed?
I was part of the Salt Lake outpost.
Like that little head shake.
God, I'm so awkward.
I mean, I guess I'm a firefly. I kind of disavowed them, but
Dr. Jerry
that is who I truly am.
He was my dad.
Well, how about that? We pulled everyone back
Like
to the satellite
Liam's
stations and brought
acting right here, like in the reply. How
How
about
many
that?
of you are there?
Like holy shit.
What, about 200 strong now, with a few more every month.
Owen was right. You're about to get 2 more. How do we find you?
It's
Oh God, yeah, that's there. There it is.
Approach the large domed building in Avalon. We'll find you.
Okay.
look at
okay.
like the way
See
Lev
you
looks
soon.
at her. He's
Chill out.
happy for her.
Looking forward to it. Good luck, Abby from Santa Barbara.
Well, it's also like
Over and out.
there's a possibility of community here again.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everything's going to turn out fine for these two.
But it needs to, Neil.
Okay. Fine. You were right.
What was that?
Why do you make me repeat whenever I'm wrong?
Because it makes me feel better.
And because it happens so rarely.
Here they get ambushed by a new group, the Rattlers.
The Rattlers are the worst people we've encountered in the game for both practical reasons, which were we want you to get to see Ellie at her most vicious, most violent. We want her kills to feel brutal and justified. And we want to feel like Abby and Lev, were they not saved, would have died.
There's also, with this group, wanting to make them really awful, to play a little bit with tropes and structure and misdirect the player, that in a lot of these stories, you have these two characters that you're rooting for against each other, and then there's a really evil force, and you see them team up, and they're going to work together to defeat the bad guys. And that's not how this plays out at all. That always felt a little too cliche, and I don't know if it really spoke to the themes of what we're trying to say here. But we wanted the player to think that's what's going to happen. There's a nice economy here of storytelling. Like, we don't show Abby arriving at Santa Barbara with this boat that has become a character of its own in this story. And we're just here with Ellie picking up the tail end of their journey. There's also like a really interesting note here from Abby. And it's also the first time we're seeing just how emaciated Ellie has become. And she's sunburned and clearly not taking care of herself in the pursuit of Abby.
I mean, it mirrors it can't all be for nothing, because she's killed so many people at this point. If she stops, that all is just for nothing.
I really like the parallel of the first game of her wanting to see things all the way through with her stubbornness, even though there's a part of her that says this is not the right thing to do.
How would she get up to the street from here? This looks promising. Here we go. Okay. Now what? Mesa Bluff. I'm here. And Santa Barbara proper is that way.